We've got an interesting game coming up, actually, given Sri Lanka's rather disappointing performance in their first game against Bangladesh. Now they play Afghanistan, and they'll have to pick themselves up very, very quickly, because that was an ordinary performance.
Absolutely. I think Afghanistan batting first, scoring 230 plus runs, they have a chance.
The bad news, all you Sri Lankan fans, is of the 3 predictions, only his came right, and he's saying bat first and make 230. That's grim.
Because look, when you're looking at Sri Lankan team, they're playing too many big shots. I think they just need to regroup, talk about the basic of the games. Like, they have to figure out ways of scoring runs apart from scoring those big shots, because no one is actually hanging in there. So they have to kind of set up their mindset in such a way that, first just play out the 50 overs. If you're playing out 50 overs, you will end up scoring 250 plus in this format for sure. So that's something which they have to be mindful of. But you look at Afghanistan bowling lineup, and you have Mujibur Rahman, you have Nabi, you have Rashid Khan.
Yeah.
So they can really create that kind of pressure in the middle overs, even if they don't have a great start. So if they get 240, 250 runs on board, bowling second, the wicket, the kind of nature so far has been showing in the tournament. If Abu Dhabi is also similar kind of conditions, then I think they will have a great chance of winning the match.
Yeah, I mean, they've got, and each of the 3 spinners has now got enough experience, especially through playing in the leagues. These are the 3 Afghanistan players who get picked for the leagues, T20 leagues around the world.
Well, two of them are the first 2 picked.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, if you're looking at spinners around the world, and you say, okay, who's on my list? If I'm not playing in the IPL, because we can have Indian spinners in the IPL, but any other league in the world, I guarantee you that Mujib and Rashid are in the first 4 or 5 spinners looked at, alongside maybe
Sunil Narine and
Sodhi and Sunil Narine.
Yeah.
They're 2 of the first 4 or 5 guys looked at if you want figure spinners in any T20 league around the world. So they've got quality there. If they can bat first and post, I don't even know whether it needs to be huge. 220, 230, put some pressure on that Sri Lankan side. For Sri Lanka, from their point of view, I said last night, just Angelo Matthews has got to bat 4. He's got to take some responsibility tomorrow and show that he can do it and that he wants to lead this team. If he hides again at 5 or 6, I'll be disappointed.
Their spinners struggled a lot. I wonder if Akila Dhananjaya will be fit. Their last couple of games, for example, that excellent win against South Africa came because Dhananjaya picked up 6 wickets. Now, the first news we heard was he was going to be away for 2 games. So it could be that after 2 games, there are no games to play. There are no games to play.
He's got to play.
I don't know if he's with the squad. I don't know whether he's come back. He's not in the UAE.
He has to fly in the morning. It's not far.
No.
It's one flight. It's 4 hours. Compared 3.5 hours.
Yes, compared to the 17-hour flight some people do, because they live so far away, no one knows how to get there.
Asha, you have to travel to find beauty.
Correct.
Okay, so you travel all the way down to the little old isles of New Zealand to find beauty. If you want to live in a beautiful place, you just got to travel miles to get there.
Now that I agree. There is a lot of beauty there. First time I went there, a cameraman told me, "Sir, we are in New Zealand, entire country location." Just put the camera where you want to shoot.
Yeah.
Entire country location. Would you make changes? I mean, Sri Lanka, I wonder if they look at Dilruwan Pereira, look for somebody else, even if it means playing an extra spinner, maybe, I don't know, an extra seamer.
I think more than anything, they just need to regroup and just get that mindset going. They need to apply themselves. They need to have that intent. They need to have that belief to start with. That they can turn things around, and someone just needs to put their hand up. You just need 2 good performances, 2 good partnerships to get to a decent total, and you need someone to just someone like Malinga did provide them in the first match. That ideal start, taking a couple of wickets for nothing, setting that tone for the match, and creating that pressure. It's just that they've not been able to sustain that kind of pressure. So that and that just mindset.
Catches.
Yeah.
That's what lost them the game. I mean, I don't think they bowled poorly. They just, Mushfiqur played really, really well, and they dropped catches.
I mean, we made fun of the Pakistan slip catching from some time ago when they wouldn't catch against Amir. Malinga must be getting up thinking, who is going to hold catches? Champions Trophy 5 against Pakistan, same thing happened. Now this happened as well. Now you take out Malinga from that lineup and imagine you're the captain. Who are you looking at? Lakmal bowled okay, but other than that, the captain's got nowhere to look at.
No, exactly. That's the tough thing about it for him. And Yeah, as I say, it's a tough one for Sri Lanka. They should win. If you're looking at history and where the game is at the moment, Sri Lanka should be favourites. They should go into that game winning. But I guarantee you, Afghanistan are talking tonight in their team meeting, and they'll be talking tomorrow in their team meeting. They are ripe for the picking, and they can be beaten.